What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 11 of the Screen Team podcast. My name is Gus,
I am Alex.
I'm Sal.
and I am sick.
Yeah.
So if I cough, I'll
Sick
try to.
every other week, Gus. Let's
No,
go.
I'm not. I'm not.
Jesus.
You guys are sick more often than I am. I don't know.
Sal's
what you're
sick. Sal and Gus get sick pretty often. I
I'm
I don't get
sick.
sick so often.
I'm like sick.
Yeah,
that
that
kind of sick, yeah.
talking about. So today we're gonna be talking about Just Mercy and Your Name. So we're gonna start with Just Mercy today. What were your guys' general thoughts on it?
I loved it. I love that it's based on a true story.
Uh-huh.
I love what the lawyer did. What he's still doing. I'm pretty sure he's still practicing law.
Yeah.
The crazy statistics at the end were kind of mind blowing about
It is
Alabama. About 1 in every 9 people are
Is
on
it just
death row.
Alabama?
That's for just Alabama, but the
Oh.
rest of the country, the last I knew about it, was 1%. So
1%?
1% of the whole of the U.S.
No way.
that are
Versus like
the people
11?
on death row, people on death row that have been executed or on death row,
Or
are
innocent?
innocent.
Oh,
And in
okay.
Alabama, it's like 11%. Yeah, that's
Dang.
crazy.
Are
I
you
didn't know that about Alabama.
It's 1% the rest of the world.
It's 1%
Well,
in the rest of the U.S.
well,
in the rest
I'm
of the US.
sure
That's
that 11% they're implying is because of race. What else is it? Because of racism.
No, there's a lot. Mainly, a lot
What
of
else
it's
would it
race,
be?
and a lot of it's just people don't care about people on the death row until this guy really. Like, people didn't fight for people
Yeah,
on
but
death row,
why-
like, that hard. Nobody
So you're
cared.
saying the other places people fight for death row, the only difference people aren't fighting for.
Oh, you're
why?
talking about
Why is there a
in
big
Alabama.
difference? Why is there a big difference?
Probably because of race.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So if that's true, then the states around there are pretty close to that 11% too.
Yeah,
Then,
probably.
which is, I mean,
Yeah, but a lot of states banned, like the what you call it, right?
The death penalty.
the death
Yeah,
penalty?
right?
yeah, it's not illegal. It's not legal
Well,
everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, but more conservative
States
Yeah.
will
will have
the
it,
death penalty,
which
I
are
think
the more racist ones
so.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
that's
Yeah.
what we're looking at it.
Yeah, but I think it just happens to be a lot because of what Alabama is in general. Like just how they pictured it like how I would kind of imagine it almost. I feel like it hasn't really changed much since then. And even
Since
like
the
with
80s? No, things have changed a
Death
lot.
penalty, or what are you talking about?
well, just the way that they like I mean, yeah, obviously I think racism is becoming a little bit more frowned upon. So it's kind of being more I guess hidden, I guess. You know what I mean? Like they don't like
No, it's changing.
show it as much.
It's going away.
But I don't know if it's necessarily going away either.
For sure.
Especially-
it's reducing.
it
Since the
hasn't-
80s, you look at the 80s, you look at now, for sure it's gone away.
There's,
It's reduced.
I would say there's less. I don't think that's the same thing as saying it's going away.
It's slowly going away. It'll eventually go away, I think.
I don't know if
I
they'll say
don't
it'll
think so.
eventually go away.
It's progressively getting better, and it's going to continue to get better.
Well,
There's no
I-
reason why it should go backwards.
I don't
Why would
know
it go
because
backwards?
I feel like not to get too political, but I feel like now
Too late.
it's been kind of becoming more acceptable to be openly racist.
That's completely the opposite of what it is today. It's super
How-
bad. If someone comes out and you accuse someone of being racist, your
That's
your
always,
reputation
so.
could be ruined.
Well, yeah,
forever.
no,
Back
but-
then in the 80s, nobody cared. Like even barely,
I-
they barely cared in the 80s. But today it's
I-
like, oh, that's
I'm
really
saying
bad.
more
if someone
so
says you're
'cause,
racist.
like, our president is a little bit socially
But he doesn't claim to be racist.
yeah,
so.
he hates
Hey,
racism.
no.
It's just
no,
says-
it's
yeah.
but they're not calling it racism or whatever, but they do have their like, you know, their social like ineptitude, I guess. I don't know how to explain it.
I'm glad we're not in the 80s because that was
Yeah,
a pretty
no.
good depiction of the 80s, and that was
no
horrible
yeah,
time
yeah,
back then.
but
Um,
whatever. Let's get back to the movie.
yeah.
So yeah, for me personally, I loved it as well. I thought it was depressing
yeah.
that like, you know, like not only did it like focus on like people on death row, but people with that served in the army and that is suffering from
Yes.
PTSD and like
Yeah.
all these other like little things where it's just like people aren't getting the care that they need, and people that are innocent aren't even getting helped either, you know. And it was sad to see Herbert, like he served in Vietnam, he was like a hero, and he comes back from the war and he's
I was like jumping back and forth. I'm not saying he deserved the death penalty, but he did end up killing someone.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Right?
Sure.
So that I was
yeah.
so I feel like he shouldn't have gotten a death penalty,
Mm.
but I mean he still. Well, I guess he should have been in the hospital first of all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there still should have been some sort of like, I guess his punishment would be being in the hospital. I don't even know if that's
Yeah.
a punishment, but
Um,
something should have happened
they
with
would have
him. at
treated
least.
him a lot differently today
Yeah.
than they did back in the 80s.
Yeah,
because
'cause-
mental health was not that big.
It was a new
back in
thing.
the 80s. It was a new thing.
It was a new
Today,
thing.
I think for sure he wouldn't have got a death penalty. He would have claimed insanity.
Yeah.
He probably would have done a few years and got released. And as long as they treat him, he would have been out.
By the way,
he
you
would
guys,
not have died. They would not have killed him.
Yeah.
today, in
the
today's-
reason why Alex knows a lot about this stuff is 'cause he did criminal justice
I'm
as his degree.
criminal justice major, Cal State LA. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I know a little bit
So
about
he
it.
knows he knows a little bit about what he's talking about. He's not just talking out of
I
his
don't
ass.
know.
Sometimes
Um,
he is though.
Yeah,
I
most of the
guess,
time he is,
sure.
but sometimes he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, so I thought that was really sad.
I thought
he
that
didn't
was
get
surprising
any-
to me that they didn't just touch on like the race thing, that they did that what you
Mm.
said, like they looked at mental health. They even got one case where he was just like a witness to his buddy killing someone.
Mm.
But he also got the death penalty for it. So he didn't do anything, but he was there with them. You know
Wait, when?
that's
Which one?
I think
The guy at the end, right?
I think the guy at the end that they released at the very very end.
The
Ice Cube son.
Ice
The
Cube
Ice Cube
son,
son?
yeah.
Wait, he
I-
did what?
He was
Um,
he was with his buddy when his buddy killed someone, and they gave both of them the death penalty.
Oh.
So that
Well, I feel
I
like
don't know if that was.
is that what
I
happened?
don't remember
I don't know
if
if it
I'm
was his
misreading.
case.
I think he was just a witness. I don't think he was.
I don't
the
think he did
person-
anything,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think he even knew anybody there. I
Yeah,
think he was just a
It's
witness.
not like it was his buddy.
and then they just were like, "Oh yeah, you must have did it." 'cause-
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
you look guilty or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because now if you're like an accomplice
Yeah.
and someone kills someone, you can get
yeah,
as much
it
as
depends. If you were
as mu- you're-
committing a crime, if you were actively committing a crime and doing it, but if you're just with someone and someone just kills someone else, like they won't give you a death penalty unless both of you guys are committing a crime and it's an active crime, and then somebody dies from it. Then yeah, both of you guys can.
But what if the
can die.
committing the crime is killing the other person though?
No,
and you're with the other
It has to
person?
be like a robbery, or it has to be like something else happening, and then somebody
Well,
dies as a result. of it.
Because I remember seeing I
Mm.
don't know if it was 60 Minutes, it was something, but there's this guy and his friend, and I think his friend takes like a girl in the bathroom and he rapes her.
Uh-huh.
Like the one of the friend, and the friend knew about it. He was like walking
Yeah.
and he didn't really do anything. Like he was like
Uh-huh.
kind of like, should I do something? And he didn't do anything.
Uh-huh.
And he got his punishment was just as big as the
bad.
other guy.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't
that's
see
not
if it's
as-
murder, then I don't see why that would be different.
It's honestly situational, and if you have a good lawyer, if someone fights for you, you can get out of it, and if not, then you get it's just as bad a punishment as
But you could, my point is
So-
you could. But he wasn't part of it. We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
The guy
Yeah.
wasn't. Didn't know the guy,
Didn't know the
right?
guy.
It
Yeah.
just-
I
he
don't
was
know.
just.
That's how I read the
separate.
situation. Like he was just there, and then he got convicted 'cause he was black. But yeah, so I do like that about the movie too. Because the way they kind of marketed it, it kind of seemed as though that's all he did. You know, like he just
Who?
saved this one guy, and
Oh,
that was
yeah.
it. But like he was fighting for all of these people, and he didn't win that first case, and
with
Herbert.
with the
Yeah.
PTSD case.
Yeah, and
It's just that one got
that
to
that
me,
was
dude.
yeah, that was sad.
That one really got to me.
And then
He
also,
has like a time
executed.
limit too. It's like he's running out of time
yeah,
because people
yeah.
have,
Because
like,
they have a court date to get executed.
to get executed. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy how he only has a certain amount of time to save their lives essentially.
Yeah, and I like the choice there to not actually show like the actual execution, like the
yeah,
cutaway,
real.
like right as the chair turned on.
They show like the mirror,
kind of
like
show,
the
yeah.
like the
Yeah, but
reflection,
like you know, like
yeah,
just making it like this like super gory thing, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where
Oh, well, I didn't think that.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
would have liked that. You're right.
yeah, like I like that they didn't, 'cause I feel like it just I feel like it would have taken away from the moment. But yeah, so just overview of the story. So Jamie Foxx's character was, what's his name again? Gosh, I'm bad with names. Doesn't matter, I guess. He
Kinda matters.
The
I
real
mean,
person.
it matters, but like in the context of what
Yeah.
we're talking about, you know who we're talking
Yeah.
about. So he just gets pulled over randomly on his way back from work one day, and the cops are like, "Oh, we're arresting you." Like
Yeah.
he has no idea why. He doesn't know what he did. They won't tell him nothing. And turns out that someone was murdered. This girl over. I think it
year
was
ago.
over a year
Over a year
before
ago,
he got
yeah.
arrested.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, somebody said that it was you, so it must have been you."
Yeah.
The reason why was because he was cheating on his wife with a white woman in
Yeah,
town.
yeah. So
well,
that
that's
And-
not.
so the cops
Yeah.
the cops framed another guy who committed a crime
Mm.
to
Reduce the sentence,
to
kinda.
reduce, or they gave him like an option to reduce the sentence
Got
to
it.
blame Jamie Foxx's character. So, and they wanted to blame Jamie Foxx's character. What they're trying to get at is, yeah, 'cause he had sex with some white girl. They didn't like that, so they're like, all right, let's frame this guy for the murder.
Mm.
That way we can all look good. We solved the case of this innocent white girl that this whole town was like shook up about.
Yeah.
So yeah, they framed him for it, and that's insane, man.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's
Like, it's hard to
crazy.
believe.
It's hard to believe that. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard
to believe,
that happens,
but
definitely happened back then.
It's true
a
story,
lot.
so it happened. You know,
Yeah.
we can say it happened, and
Yeah.
I feel like if that happened, I think it happened more than once.
For
I think
sure.
we can agree it
Oh
happened more than
yeah,
once.
yeah.
And if it happened more than once and it happened many times back then,
Yeah.
it's not out of the question that could
It could
still
happen
happen today.
It'd be
Yeah.
very difficult for it to happen today.
It
like-
could still though.
Because you
Like-
have to like log like so much more stuff, right?
yeah,
Like
not only that, but people are
cameras
now
and-
really aware of how much it used to happen back then.
mm,
So if
Yeah.
if a department does that, they're fucked.
yeah,
They could get that'd be really bad. Like that would be a really big scandal if it happened today.
yeah.
Well, it reminds me of
How to
that
make a murder?
documentary. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I murdered a little bit. Well, who knows if that's? I mean, that's still.
Yeah, it's still ongoing.
It's it's not definitive that the police did frame him.
Yeah, yeah.
To be
Yeah.
honest, but
It's tough. Yeah,
I think it's definitive that they did do what they did in this movie.
Yeah,
yeah, it's very
like,
different.
yeah.
Because there was just like no evidence against
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Like they were just like, oh well, we need to frame
And they
somebody.
came out on 60 Minutes, and the white guy who
The
framed
district-
Jamie Foxx
Oh.
said, and like, no, they made me say these
Mm.
things, and
Yeah,
I never saw him. I was never a
Right.
witness. Blah blah blah. Like,
I mean, so this is a movie.
yeah,
And so I know they
Yeah.
do tend to like ban and choose here and there,
yeah.
but I feel like there's some things that you just can't lie about, like either happened
Yeah.
or didn't
Yeah.
happen. And some of like the hard evidence that they talked about in the movie, I feel like those are stuff that actually,
Yeah.
like the fact that this guy, the white guy was forced to lie about
yeah.
Mm.
this other guy. I think that had to happen. I think you can't make that up in
Yeah,
a movie,
yeah, yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
that's real. Like
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but again,
Yeah.
maybe we should do our own research
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
that too.
I think certain things obviously they're gonna have to dramatize to make it more interesting to watch.
Yeah.
But I think overall, pretty much everything that happened in the movie more or less happened in real life.
Some
so.
of the hard facts is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like
And
it seems weird to lie about. You
and
can't do
that.
I like how he ended up winning the case, because that really made it for sure that he didn't do it. Because if they would have gone to trial and then it would have been a trial, then juries would have decided whatever.
Yeah,
It would have, people still would have doubted it. People would have been like, no, maybe this
Yeah.
guy could have done it. But the fact that
The
Michael B.
district attorney.
Jordan went in for a motion to drop the charges, and then district attorney joined that, and he said, you know what, yeah, let's just drop all the charges right now.
Mhm.
That was great. Like the fact that they did that,
That they
left
who did what?
left everyone without a doubt that he didn't do that. That he didn't
Really,
commit
I don't
this crime.
think
Because he just said, you know what, let's drop. We don't even have to go to court. Drop the charges right now.
the fact that who did what.
the district attorney decided
DA?
he decided to join the motion to drop all the charges.
But what does that have to do with? So if he didn't, then you wouldn't
'Cause
believe that
anyone-
he's innocent.
No, because other people. The point is that other people believe that he's innocent, because it's a scary situation even for him after he gets released. Right, the whole town's still gonna think that he did the crime. Especially if it went to trial. If it went to trial, then went to a jury and everything.
Oh, you're talking about the
people
people.
would have been like, oh no,
Yeah.
he still committed it.
Yeah.
But the fact that the district attorney jumped on it and he said, oh, I'm just gonna drop all charges.
Yeah,
People
so-
are gonna believe
yeah,
it.
So you're
because-
talking about the people in that time around him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not talking about us
No,
or
no,
the,
no,
the
no.
people watching it.
No.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
Yeah, because the district attorney's job essentially was to make sure it's a safe town for
Yeah.
everybody to live in. So if he believes that this
Well,
man's innocent,
All the
then-
white people to live in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because they had a conversation.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to make it safe. Like for who? Who are you trying to
Yeah.
make this safe for?
the
Like,
white people.
yeah, for the white people. So
But yeah,
that was
other than that, I think all the acting was really good.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there was like one bad performance in it. Like I think everybody did a really good job. I was kind of surprised with Michael B. Jordan. You know, 'cause like I mean I haven't really seen him in like a really dramatic role.
Uh-huh.
he was okay.
I thought he did
I
pretty
thought
good.
Jamie Foxx was way better.
I thought Jamie Foxx was
Yeah,
actually
Jamie
really
Foxx. Yeah.
Good, yeah. Jamie
See,
Foxx
that-
is so good.
See, that's the
man.
thing. Like
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is like actually like a really talented person. Like
yeah. Just
like-
in everything.
yeah, but he always picks really terrible roles except for this one. And
Yeah.
I think Michael B. Jordan actually chose him. Like he went out of his way to
Oh, really?
make him be.
He wanted
the-
Jamie Foxx to be.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
To get Jamie Foxx to do that role?
yeah. So
Interesting.
it's just like what is he doing that like he gets in all these other bad movies
What are you talking
like
about? What
Robin
role?
Hood.
Are you talking about
and-
Amazing
Right.
Spider-Man? Oh, Robin Hood.
Yeah, like all these like he doesn't have a lot of good roles. I mean, the only other really good movie that he's been in is Ray, and he
Ray,
won
yeah.
like
Best actor.
yeah. So
Well,
I think he,
like
he's
things
more
like
capable
actors,
than,
especially good or top actors, have options of either doing these high budget
money
money
versus
money making
quality.
movies
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
like lower budget
Yeah.
quality that maybe no one will ever see.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
They have a balance.
Yeah,
You gotta, I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah,
they would
do
jump back and forth because you don't want to
Yeah.
disappear either. Because as soon as you start not ever doing big budget, it's like no one
Yeah.
knows you.
yeah, that's true.
And Brie
So-
Larson was in this one. I didn't
Yeah.
know she was gonna be in this movie until she came out.
Yeah,
So, okay, there's
I
Brie Larson.
forgot. I knew she was in, but I just forgot.
And then the white guy with the burn. I don't know his name, but I
yeah.
like it too.
He's
And yeah,
he's
anytime
in
he comes
Watchmen.
out
a
movies,
couple
yeah,
of
comes
movies.
on Watchmen. Yeah.
He was-
Um,
Is that the
cool.
Watchmen guy?
Yeah, the guy with the silver.
Rorschach?
No. It's just
the,
silver
Oh.
the
mask.
show, the show.
Oh,
Watchmen.
the show. I haven't seen the show.
The show Watchmen.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Spoilers.
Well, he's just
yeah.
an
Spoiler
actor.
alert.
Actor.
But yeah, so I think that's a pretty good discussion of it overall. Unless you guys have anything like you didn't like about the movie that you want to touch on.
Oh no,
Oh,
but
I have one thing about it that it was kind of slow.
Mm.
It
That
got
sounds good.
it got a little bit boring, like a little stretched out in some scenes.
I thought I
It
had a
was
good pace
kinda
to it.
like, all right, let's get this going. Let's get this going.
I'm glad that it ended on a good note and he came out
Yeah.
because
Mm.
a small part of me was like, damn, what if he just like they don't win, and
Yeah,
what if it stays? what if it ends like that? I'm
I
just
didn't
like,
know this case, so I was a little scared that they weren't gonna win.
I was
today.
like, if they
Yeah.
don't, I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
And like,
it sucks.
and I thought this was gonna be his motivating factor, like
Yeah,
to
to like
just
Yeah.
really,
go
really,
on and
yeah,
be
keep
like a
going.
really-
But because of that, like I mean, you can have an argument if it's like a depressing movie or happy movie. For me, it
Mm.
made a happy movie because just the way it ends, you know.
Yeah.
Like you have all this, but at least you have hope that
yeah,
some,
and
like Michael B. Jordan
Sure.
is a good
And-
person, and
I think what you're talking about, Alex, about like if it would have ended on a bad note and it would have like made him motivated to keep going. I think that happened in the middle of the movie with Herbert.
Yeah.
I think that was like his like, oh shit, I
little
really
villain.
need to.
Yeah,
I really need to
keep
do
doing
this. I
this.
need to like make
Yeah.
sure I'm doing the best for these people.
And then
and
how
their
many
families.
people has he released since then? It was like 140 people
140?
off of death row or something.
It,
Like
it was a
That was
pretty.
under
that.
100.
It was in the hundreds for
was
sure.
it? I thought it was like an 80. I don't know.
I'm
but
pretty sure it was in the hundreds.
It was a pretty high number
Yeah,
overall.
even if
but
it was
These people
80,
he's
that's a lot.
released off
Yeah.
of death row. That's insane.
in like
man.
20 years.
Yeah,
'cause-
that's a lot.
Honestly,
yeah, because the case was going on for a long time. The movie starts in 87, right?
Yeah.
And then it ends 93, 95,
Yeah,
something like
right
that.
before I was born.
honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like this has made me like change my mind a little bit about the death penalty. Because I feel like younger, I was always okay with it. But in my head, I imagine like, oh, if someone like does the craziest, worst thing, like
You
Yeah.
wanna kill them.
I don't think that they might not deserve to live. Like, there's no way
yeah.
that they should get out of this. Like, they
Yeah.
did something so horrible
Uh-huh.
that,
But-
and that's my mind. But you forget that sometimes people are innocent. Like
Yeah.
sometimes people
Yeah.
are wrongfully.
Yeah, once I
so
found
because
out,
of that, and I didn't think it'd
Yeah.
be this high either.
yeah,
Yeah.
once I found out about the 1%,
Mhm.
I was like, nah.
Even
I was
1% is too
for the
much,
death
yeah.
penalty until I heard 1% of people
1% is
are
too much.
innocent, and I was like, okay, that's too much. And then
That's
at
way too
Alabama,
much.
it's
One
like
out of
11%.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, what are we
Yeah.
doing here, guys?
People are using it
What
the
are we
wrong
doing
way.
here? Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
People are using it more than anything. Like
Yeah, I think it just comes down to like, oh, they did something bad. Fuck it, let's just kill them.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think that's how like their mindset is. Like a lot of the
Eye
time, they'd
for an
rather
eye.
not like go through all the trouble of like
And
actually.
honestly, this wasn't that long ago. Like it
Yeah.
was
In the
80s,
80s.
late 80s, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
he
it
got
was
released the year I was born.
88. I think it was 88.
Mhm.
Yeah, 87, 88.
Yeah,
and then
so
it ends
that's not
93.
that like
Yeah.
it's not that long ago
It's
for
not
something
that
like
long ago.
this to
Yeah.
happen.
It's
Like
not that long.
like this is stuff I thought would happen like
Like,
in the early 1900s.
The
or
20s, the
like
40s. No,
60s,
20,
maybe.
40s,
I'm
50s.
pretty sure they're
60s.
still lynching people at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
those
true.
years, so,
Well,
like
I
straight
don't
out
know.
just going to
Like not even
houses.
Yeah,
through
you
court.
no
even
trial, just taking them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Brutal history, man.
Well, but
Brutal
also,
history.
also there's a scene that reminded me of when they stop him
Uh,
Uh-huh.
Remember when they stopped the Michael B. Jordan was driving?
Queen
Yeah.
and
Queen
Slim.
and Queen and
Yeah,
Slim.
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they stopped him and then they put the gun.
pull the gun on him. Yeah.
How that scene is way escalates more than the Queen Slim
No,
situation.
because they
But
He
this
said, "Why
is
did
a-
they were after him. This was in the 80s.
Yeah, they were just trying to
They
threaten
were
him,
just
like trying to scare him.
Still,
and
the
that
guy
too.
with
Queen
I
and
don't
Slim was
know,
just like, I
man.
don't know where. Like, what is this guy doing? And, like,
Dude,
why?
They were both racist. I don't know.
For sure.
I don't
Yeah.
For
think.
sure.
I thought this was way more like. They're like, why'd you stop me?
They're
Bam,
trying- they're
gun.
They wanted to kill him. They wanted to shoot him. They wanted to
Yeah, they
give
just wanted to scare
it's
him.
like
Yeah.
give him a
Yeah.
reason to shoot you. We don't have to go to trial, and that's it.
And
Case
I
closed.
don't know. This. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay,
But
alright.
rating time.
Let's go to rate. Let's rate it.
Sal, you go first.
I never go first, huh?
Yeah, you know.
I'm gonna say solid 8, 8.2, 8.15.
Jesus Christ.
8.25.
8.15.
8.15.
Okay, got it. Let's go.
I'm gonna go with an 8 as well. I liked it a lot.
No, I went 8.15.
Okay, I'm giving it an 8 then.
I am giving it an 8.25.
What the?
8.25. I wanted to give it 8.5, between 8 and 8.5, so 8.25.
Yeah, I think this
'Cause
is
it's a
the
little
movie
slow.
that we were like all like on the same page
Yeah,
with,
yeah, yeah.
pretty much. Like
It was just a solid
same,
movie.
Yeah,
it was just a good. It was well acted. It was.
Like, it
I
wasn't
was
like the
bawling,
greatest
dude.
movie ever, but it
I
was
was
like
crying.
just solid.
There was like 2 scenes where I cried. When they executed Herbert,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end when he was finally getting released, I was like,
yeah.
I-
That
like
speech that you
teared.
did and everything.
yeah,
yeah.
for-
Oh my God.
For me, the release part got me more.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I've explained this to people, and it's weird. The sad moments don't make
We
me cry.
cry. The
It's
ha-
the
the
happy
happy
moments
moments,
make me
yeah.
cry more. And I don't understand why, but
Yeah.
just do.
Tears of Joy versus.
Tears of Joy, yeah, make me
Tears of
cry more.
Sadness.
All right,
than
let's go to the next movie.
All right. So Your Name, it's an anime movie.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew very,
Um,
very little about it. I just knew it was like this like love story type of thing, right?
Was it a
It-
love story?
Yeah,
Yeah. What?
it's a love story.
Sal
Okay,
fell
well,
asleep.
100% love. Did you really fall asleep?
I slept for like 7 minutes.
No, my Jesus.
I was dozing off.
Dude, the
Oh,
thing was,
dozing off.
the movie was hard to keep track if you didn't pay attention the whole time. It was like,
It kind of was.
because it jumped around timelines and it
I
jumped.
didn't like that, by the way.
I loved it at the end.
I
I
didn't-
hated it at first because I was confused, but then after I
didn't
was
like
able to
it.
catch everything and I understood
I
it. Like,
think, yeah, if you think about it a little bit, you can catch it, but
Yeah.
it just threw me off. I don't know. I didn't like that. It was confusing to follow.
Mhm.
It, like, they would jump back and forth, and you don't know when they switch, because it's about them switching bodies, essentially, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt like I've seen this movie before. And I'm not saying like literally I feel like I've seen this movie before. I'm saying like
There's other movies.
there's
like
movies like this, like Freaky Friday, or even just like
Yeah.
17 again, like going to the younger, like just the whole notion that you're going to another body, either
Living a
yourself or
different
young
life,
or a
yeah.
different. Yeah, it just it felt very familiar. I'm just, I don't know, like it wasn't. I was hoping it would be a little more different.
Well, I mean, there were different timelines though. That was the best part about it. The fact that they were switching bodies, but then you find out there one was 3 years ago, and
And then the
one
other
was
Yeah,
one-
yeah. No.
died.
yeah, and then one died. I was like, what is going on? Like, I thought it was good. I
That-
thought it was really interesting. I thought it was.
Right, but again, I feel like even that element, I feel like I've seen movies before where they're talking to someone in
I
the past.
mean,
Like the one
okay.
where
Oh,
there's
the
one-
dad,
the dad and the son?
yeah,
Yeah, with the-
firefighter
with the radio when when he talks to his dad from the past, like
what is
that one's really
movie
good.
called?
And I don't know, but
I don't
again, I
know.
feel like there's elements that I've already seen
Yeah.
here and there.
he kind of goes back and he saves them somehow.
Yeah,
He doesn't go
but-
back.
I mean, at the end of
Oh,
the
he
day, a
tells him he
lot
He
of
just tells
movies
them
are
that.
derivative of other movies,
of
you know.
course.
So I
Yeah,
Right.
superheroes always in a superhero movie.
No, but then
Cop
they could be
movies, cop
different. They could be a
movies.
little. This one just felt familiar. I don't know what it was.
Mhm.
It just felt well. Okay. I don't
Well,
know. How do you guys feel about it?
generally speaking, I liked it a lot. I would venture to say almost that I loved it. I do wish we
What?
watched it in Japanese though, 'cause I feel like that would have added that little bit extra for me. 'Cause I feel like a lot of time when
You watch it in English?
there's dub things don't hire the best actors and stuff for
Uh-huh.
the character. Like
Like the voice actor?
yeah, and like I feel like
Yeah, but you're
some
not
of
listening
the-
to the voice
Yeah.
actor for Japanese
You
voices
can't,
anyways.
yeah, you can't
even
I know I
understand
can
that.
understand it, but you can like I feel like they convey things a little bit better.
For me,
like and like the
uh-huh.
music too. Like I've heard that song in Japanese, and I like the song in Japanese more than I like it in English. Like the main song that they play like a couple of times when like
Yeah.
big moments are happening.
Huh.
I don't know. I just thought I like Japanese
I've-
subtitle
and
thing, so I don't mind reading.
So I don't know Japanese,
don't either.
I don't know. I mean, I only know English and Spanish, obviously, but I feel like other languages, the way you speak it, it's not just one word translates to another word. It's like the order, the way you say things. There's a
Mhm.
lot of different elements to like languages. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
And because of that, sometimes when you translate something, it's not gonna come out the same way.
yeah.
And also, I feel like there was a lot of traditions or I felt like I didn't. There's a lot of things I don't understand because I wasn't Japanese. If that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that.
Like
they were-
culture wise.
Like culture wise, yeah. Like culture wise, like
Mm.
like the sake thing. It was like
Yeah.
it wasn't. I don't know. I was kind of trying to understand like what are they doing? You know, like I don't feel like maybe someone who maybe was Japanese or kind of understood the movie more entirely, like as a whole. Like
Yeah.
almost like someone Japanese watching Coco. You know, they like when in the beginning scene, like they're not
That's
gonna
funny.
like it's not as funny to them. It doesn't make sense to them. Like some of the stuff,
That makes sense.
like the
I get where you're
grandma
coming
throwing the
from.
sandal, like
Yeah.
you know, like we understand on a different level. Like I mean, they know
for
what's
sure.
happening.
I mean,
but-
I would say that's with
and
every
but
movie.
Outside of
comes
our
out,
own
yeah,
culture.
outside
not
of
every
culture.
movie. Well, sure, okay, sure. Every movie in some way, but I feel like this one was like almost like Coco
relied on
version
it?
Yeah.
of
Mm.
for Japanese people. I don't know. I just felt like I
Uh,
got that a lot in a few scenes. But like, I feel like I'm not really
Understanding.
understanding
Hmm.
this fully
Yeah.
or the
Okay.
way it should be understood. If that makes sense.
Interesting. I mean,
I love the love story. I love their connection. I like how they ended up meeting at the end. I like how they kept forgetting everything every time they would go back.
I didn't like that. That was weird to me. That was
That made sense, 'cause then if you remember everything, you would just they would just find each other so
Yeah.
quick. So I like that they had.
but
to
then
do
they
that.
started remembering things. Little by
because
little.
they were like keeping like a diary for
Right,
each
they're,
other
like,
and
keeping-
like
right.
making sure like you
So why
understood
couldn't
what.
they meet each other? Well, why
Well-
weren't they trying? I didn't like that they weren't trying to meet each other when it was first happening, and because I'm talking about once I realized already this was
Huh.
happening, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't like that they weren't like almost freaking out about it. Like they were very casual about it. Like, oh, okay, I guess I'm in another body. Okay, cool. I mean, at first I thought they were dreaming, fine, but after that, once they realized, they were just like,
They freaked out at
I
first,
didn't
but
I felt like they freaked out for a little bit, and then like they were just, all right, it's cool. Let's just play around with this other person's life. Like try to talk to this girl or try to. I don't know why is this not a big deal? Like you're in another person's body. Why were they not questioning why it was happening too? Did they explain why they were switching bodies?
I think it had something to do with,
With
the
the
comet.
comment, yeah, I feel like it
and-
did too, but they never explained that. It was just that's what I felt too. Something I do with the star.
And well, 'cause they also said something that the grandma also had that like bond with somebody else, and she doesn't really remember
Yeah.
much about it anymore. But
'Cause she made a comment, right? Like, are you dreaming, or what did she say? Something like that.
She talked about it. She talked about how she had dreams just like the girl did. So
Yeah.
it happened to her, and it happened to their.
It's like every ancestor in her
Ancestors,
family
yeah.
had felt that. I think it might have something to do with that
It was like-
whole
so it's
like
not with the rock-
ritual thing that they
Yeah.
were doing.
The Saki thing.
Yeah, I think 'cause that shrine is where like you would put like half of yourself or whatever, and like I
You
think
would
the
connect to the
bond was
gods or
connecting.
something.
And,
Oh,
like,
so because the guy drank it after,
Maybe
that's why they connected. Maybe.
yeah.
could be.
Well, okay, you're saying could be. Guy's saying yeah. And I'm asking the question.
Oh.
That to me that means
It
the question
wasn't-
wasn't answered. In the movie, man.
I mean, but you also fell asleep for a bit.
Yeah,
so
he
you
did
might
fall
have,
asleep.
you
Yeah,
might have
but
missed
you guys don't
something.
know. Okay, you didn't fall asleep. You don't know what happened.
His knowledge of the movie with a grain of salt, because he's missing 7 minutes of the movie.
Okay,
And it was a
wasn't
pretty
explained.
critical point, I think, too.
When
It
did he
was,
fall asleep? I don't even remember him.
it was like somewhat towards the end.
Bro.
No,
It was like at least halfway through.
it was like halfway, and then like 15 minutes past halfway, probably.
I like how
Yeah, but-
she went to go visit him.
It's 'cause I was dreaming. I was in another person's body in that time.
Yes. I like how she went to go visit him, and like she didn't know that it was in the same timeline, and when he saw him, he had no idea who she was. Like that was interesting.
Yeah.
And then he remembered. He was like, "Oh yeah, he did that one girl did come see me, and he was wearing
the ribbon.
the
and
ribbon the
he
whole
didn't
time,
know.
the whole movie." Yeah, my girlfriend pointed that out. Like when he started to realize what the ribbon was, she was like, "Oh, he's had that since
Yeah.
the beginning of the movie."
Yeah,
Like,
I was starting to wonder when like he got it.
When did he
'cause,
get it?
She
3
went
years
to
ago.
when she went to go visit him, she went to Tokyo and then she tried to find him and she did find him. And then she tried talking to him and he didn't know who she was 'cause obviously it was 3 years in the past for him. And then
Oh, once
and
he
the-
changed things.
No,
Because they died. I thought she died.
No,
no. It was before she died.
Before she died, she went to
Um,
go visit him.
Yeah, and she
Oh,
tried talking to him. He
oh,
didn't
oh.
know who
Train.
she was, and then as they were as
This
she was
might be the
getting out
part
of,
where he fell asleep.
yeah, as she was getting out of the train, he asked her like, "Wait, what's your name or who are you?" And then she like gets her ribbon and she like hands it to him, and
Yeah.
then she like the
Okay,
train
And he
leaves.
keeps that for 3
Wait,
years.
but he ends up changing the court's history, right?
Yes.
Right. He ends up. She ends up
Yes.
Yeah.
surviving. At the
So
end?
after
Okay.
that, she goes home, and then the meteor is gonna strike like the next day.
Yeah.
So then she ends up.
So when they're going back and forth, it's
Mm.
pretty consistent, right?
Like in the
if
beginning.
if he's in 2011 January 1st and she's in 2008 March 2nd, when they keep going back and forth, they're only going one day at a time, right?
Oh, I
So
don't know.
yeah, so like say if like he goes into her body one day,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 days pass in his time, then he goes back again. He's 2 days,
2 days
later
in her time, right?
yeah.
After the time she went,
Yeah.
right?
That's
It
how
felt
I-
pretty
how I-
consistent.
yeah.
So that's why he stopped going into her body when she died, or
Yeah.
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 but
So she ended
then
up dying.
how did she go back into her body
He
again?
went to go drink the
The
sake.
sake.
And then where did he end up in her timeline?
In the day of the
before-
meteor. The
yeah.
day of the meteor was gonna hit.
Yeah.
Why that day?
Because he asked the gods or whatever that for that ritual thing. He asked for one more chance to
Yeah, to
like,
help her.
to help her.
So then
So
And then so once he changed it, then everyone forgot about everything, right? Everyone that became the new reality
that became the
Yes.
that they
new
survived. That
Yes.
they survived, and that was
Yeah.
not. Everyone forgot about those.
yeah.
Essentially, the 3 years, everyone's life changed.
Yeah.
reality. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you trying to pick apart the plot holes with that time
No,
travel?
no, I'm not. I'm just.
because you can.
He
but,
just
I mean,
changed.
yeah.
I don't know.
He changed
Yeah.
everything.
People,
He wouldn't
people
be
that
where
were
he would
born.
be
He just
and,
killed like millions of people.
What do you mean? Killed?
And
He saved.
Saved.
What?
And he created.
no, he saved
Oh.
that town, right?
Yeah.
3 years. Those people were not supposed to live, right?
Yeah.
They
Uh-huh.
infected the lives of everyone they touched after
Yeah.
that, and everyone after that.
He's picking
And
it
then
apart.
people that were born in those 3 years
Don't overthink it.
are not gonna be born anymore.
Don't overthink it.
Different people are born
It's
now.
just- Don't overthink it. Japanese anime.
Anything with time travel you could pick apart to all hell. Let it be, man. Accept
Everything.
it for what it is. Accept the logic in this movie for what it is.
Okay, like have you seen that one movie?
Back to the Future.
No. Is it about
Starts to disappear.
time? It's not Time Traveler's Life. It's the one with the guy, the redhead. I think he's Irish. I don't know if he's Irish. And he goes back in time?
with the girl.
In time?
He,
No.
He falls in love with the girl from the Notebook, right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that movie.
Well, the point is he has kids with her, and one day he decides to go too far back before the kid is born, and then when he goes back to the future, like they're different babies.
Oh shit!
They're not his kids anymore. It's just like it's weird. He just killed his kids that he had because he went too far back before they were born, and because of that, changed the effects
Yeah.
of everything. And then
cool.
so I don't know. It's just weird to me that
Well, they
maybe
didn't do that in this movie.
Yeah,
So
it's a different
they kept
movie.
it
It
pretty
happened.
simple. They kept it
Yeah.
simple, guys.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm just okay. Maybe I'm just nitpicking.
yeah.
then.
Okay.
But yeah, I really like at the end I thought they weren't gonna like
Make it.
make it like
Me
find
too.
each other, and like that really like broke my heart until like he finally like turned around and he's like, "Do I know you from somewhere?"
Yeah. What's
Got
your
my- it
name?
got me,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I was tearing up at the
Yeah,
end.
I was like, "God damn."
That was good.
But yeah, it was.
It
I
felt
liked
very.
it a lot.
It felt very like Matrixy, like in the
Anime.
sense where like when you watch the Matrix, you're thinking, oh, are we in this world where, are we just in a computer world in the Matrix, right?
Because they were dreaming. They thought they were dreaming, but it was.
Well, they
just
forgot
another person.
everything.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know if that happened to us, and if people alter the effects of like some
Uh-huh.
event,
Mm.
and then you wouldn't know. They don't know. You know, they
Yeah.
just have feelings too. And you know, and the fact that they had this feeling, like, oh, do I know this person? Like people have that feeling sometimes, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
So
All right.
I liked it a
Are we gonna
lot.
Rate it.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to say about it? Besides nitpicking at the time travel aspect of it.
nah, my complaint is not that they time travel. My complaint is more that it was kind of confusing, but it maybe
fell
also
asleep.
Because you're half asleep.
the first half when I was like wide awake, it was confusing. So
Okay.
I
All
don't
right,
think it was
Gus.
that confusing, honestly.
that confusing.
But
Ratings. Let's go with Gus.
I This is kind of weird for me because I don't want to rate it too high because it is an anime movie
What does that mean?
in the sense that it's an anime movie.
Right.
You know,
You're
like
like-
it's not like on the same like pedigree as like other movies. You know, like you're not
Just
it's
because it's
not
anime? I don't
Well,
disagree.
it's not gonna be nominated for like best picture no matter what. You know, it's not like that type of movie. You get what I'm saying? Like,
You can't
no.
say, oh, it's good acting.
I feel like
Yeah.
no, that's not true. I feel like
you could
some
voice acting,
voice
but
acting.
yeah,
Some-
it's still,
some Pixar movies can get. I feel like would,
but they
would get-
don't
They get nominated for best
I
picture.
feel like it's possible
get
for it to happen one day.
Nominated?
for best picture.
They'll get nominated for Toy Stories have been nominated for best picture, but they never win.
Has
Best
it been nominated
picture,
for
like
best picture?
like actual best
Yeah,
picture.
they get nominated all the time. Pixar's are like the only ones that actually get nominated.
Best
Really?
picture.
I swear, look up Toy Stories.
I don't know if it got nominated for best picture.
I know it gets.
They've gotten
best
nominated for-
animated film.
They
I
got
mean,
nominated for for some they have gotten some nomination at the
I'm
Oscars. I don't know
pretty
if
sure they
the
got nominated for
best picture one.
because I remember seeing that they
I've-
got nominated for best picture, and then they're also in the best animated film category.
Mhm.
Huh.
And it's like, okay, they're obviously gonna win that category because they're nominated for best picture. So I remember thinking that it's really weird. Yeah, it happens. It happens. But they
Whether
never
it
won.
happened or
They've
not, I
never
can
won.
see it happening. I
The
feel like
only movie that's actually won was Snow White, best picture, I think.
I think that one did get best
Yeah, yeah.
picture.
Snow
Huh.
White, but it was like the first
Animated movie like that.
like that. Yeah, like
All right.
high-
Well,
high budget.
anyways, I guess my point is that I'm gonna give it a score, and I don't view it in the same light as the other movie I gave a
Again, that's
score.
unfair,
my
dude. That's unfair.
So I give it a 9.
Ooh.
What the-
Yeah.
So
I
what would
liked
you
it
have
a
given
lot.
it it then?
Huh?
You said this was your low score?
No.
You said
No.
No, I just don't view it as the other 9 that I gave, which was 1917.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Makes
don't.
sense.
that doesn't make sense. They have the same score, but they're not the same score. Is what essentially what you're saying?
It's a different
Mm.
movie.
It's different movie.
They're
It's
both 9s, but 917 is better than this one. Is what you're saying.
See, this is like the way like I view ratings.
So
goes,
9
like,
equals 9, but 9 is greater than 9. Is what you're saying?
No, it's better for a different reason.
But it is better.
I'm
gonna go
next. I'm gonna go next.
That's just weird, guys.
I'm gonna give this.
So that doesn't make sense at
I'm
all.
gonna give this a 7.5. 7.5.
I feel like I was gonna give it a 7.5, but there's no way I liked it as much as you did.
The heck?
7.25.
7.25.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then that's
Yeah.
higher than I thought you were gonna give it. So I thought you really didn't like this movie.
No, I didn't hate it. I honestly,
I liked it, but
I had more fun watching this than
in the end, it's an anime. for me.
Irishman for sure,
No, yeah.
Yeah.
or even Star Wars.
All right, I already have.
I like this more than Star Wars.
That's a good one.
Oh, and that's sad to say.
let's,
I'm still mad about that.
I already have options for next week.
Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2. Right,
3.
For sure.
3.
I
Or
keep
Bad Boys
saying
3.
2. I don't
For
know.
life.
why.
Bad Boys for life. So 4 but 3.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
4? It's
let's
3.
It's
It's 4 life. Bad Boys 4 life.
Life.
But it's
But
not
it's 3.
4. It's a third one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dick. And then the other one I want to watch is Jojo Rabbit. They released that in theaters again. It's actually
Dude, I really want
showing
to watch Jojo
today.
Rabbit.
okay. I'm done.
and it's been nominated for Best Picture.
Or maybe
I want to see if it's gonna win Best Picture.
Damn, that's 2 theater
Well,
movies.
I don't
We
give
should
a
just do
fuck.
Jojo
Nah,
Rabbit.
let's do both of them.
I don't even know if we'll have time to watch two movies next
You
week.
can watch 2 movies. You have a whole week, 7 days.
Yeah, but I'm too busy. Yes,
You're
schedule.
not that busy. You can watch both of them. What are you doing Tuesday?
It doesn't matter what you're doing Tuesday.
Dude, you're
For
gonna
the
ask me day by
podcast.
day.
Yeah, it
You're gonna ask
doesn't
me day by
matter.
day, dude.
We're watching
Let us
JoJo
out.
and Bad
Dude,
Bad
in my
Boys.
head, dude, I
I
don't
almost
know.
said Bad
Oh,
Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Because I said JoJo's and then I was gonna say Bad Bunny because Rabbit.
Yeah,
Bunny. Yeah, I don't know. It was stupid.
Bad Boys
Anyways.
4 live, and then Jojo Rabbit. Is what
Yes.
we're watching.
We're watching it.
I'm,
It's settled.
I'm up for it.
Sure.
Done deal.
Sure.
We
sure,
should
sure,
we
sure.
should just start knocking out all the like Best Picture nominations. Like
Yeah.
Little Woman. I
Have
wanna watch Little
Parasite.
Woman
No,
too.
no.
Parasite's a good one.
Well, Lily
Parasite's-
saw Little Woman. She saw that.
I still want to watch it.
And if she
It's
saw
my-
that right,
my
or I
girl-
feel like we're gonna like it even
My
less.
girl from Hereditary got nominated for Best Supporting Actress in that movie, so I want to watch it. She didn't get
Your
nominated
girl,
for Hereditary.
the main girl,
Yeah,
she's
I
your
I
girl
was
now?
disappointed she didn't get nominated for Hereditary.
she wasn't that great. in that
Bro,
movie.
she was great in Hereditary.
She's good, and like as an actor,
I want
she's
to see
becoming
her
one of
as-
my
I wanna see
one of
what
my
she got
favorite
nominated.
actors. But
She came off as crazy, hysterical.
she's-
So she
she's
did her
good.
job.
She's better in
Knives
in
Out?
the wrestling.
Just kidding.
with my family. Is that what it's
Oh,
called?
she comes out in that one.
Yeah, she's the main one.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I wanna
She's
see
so
it.
good in
Mhm.
that. She's really good in
Nah,
that.
it doesn't matter.
That
Okay.
movie's really good.
Jojo
too.
Rabbit, Bad Boys 4.
Life.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's gonna conclude this week's episode of the Screen Team. We'll catch you guys next week.
All right.
Peace.